Bright jade green stands in stark contrast to the red wall behind it. This door has patterns of leaves and medallions on it. The valance at the top of the door has this pattern that looks almost like a chlorophyll. In fact, the whole door reminds you of a leaf, except for the round golden knob in the direct middle. You grab the knob and twist it, and the door swings open easily.
You all sit in various comfort levels around the sleigh. Some of you in the sleigh, some of you on the sleigh, some of you around it, because you're trying to figure out what to do next. Do you stay in the land of gifts ungiven? Do you try and suss out what happened here? Is it worthwhile to even continue this journey of goodwill with everything going on? Do you continue on to the city of Coal, which all signs seem to be leading you as the source of some of these issues? You're not sure what to do, and you're trying to figure it out.
What do you all think? Should we take a quick look around these woods to see if we can find out any information, or should we just go ahead and go where all the signs are pointing us to?
I can look some more, but I think the tracks are over. Like, I don't think we could find anything else in these woods.
If they were, are you sure that they cold poofed away?
I guess I'm not positive, but
reindeers can go up.
Yeah, but I figure he would have done that before the trees. Should
I go up? I could go up. I could try to go up. I could try to follow it.
Yeah, we could work together. We'll go on the ground. You can fly over me. You want to do that, Jack? Boss?
Yeah, me and Cedar will follow behind.
Yeah, okay.
So what is the plan?
I think Halley takes to the air, searches the woods, while G.U.M.D.R.O.P runs around the woods, and we wait for
any sign of anything.
That's what we're doing, though, right? Is going back to where we found the sooty snow and trying to follow. Okay.
Yeah.
As they start, I'll ask the Nutcracker guy, do you all have like a font of magic anywhere? Like
Comic Sans.
How dare you? That is the deep evil magic.
Get in the air, Halley.
The land of gifts ungiven, friend, is not the same as some of the other nearby areas. We have magic, but it tends to be in small amounts everywhere. We don't have a font or a spring like many others do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we were partially tasked with the management of the Polar Express. If there was anything that could have been considered a font of magic for us, it would have been that. Because all of us make sure to keep whatever Christmas magic we have to keep that train going.
It sounds like they got whatever they came for. We'll still take a quick look around these woods just to see, but unfortunately it looks like we're going to be heading to the city of Coal.
Are you going to be all right? I have heard that place has never been one to walk safely, but he kind of looks down. I've heard very alarming rumors as of late.
If you could share those, that would be great, because the more information we have, the better.
This is all rumor. Please understand, this is not anything that I myself have verified. But the city has been growing, which, given what the city is alarming. It's been getting dirtier, and notably, it's been getting colder. I've been hearing rumors that the Snow Queen has found herself as a resident of the city of Coal.
The Snow Queen. We're thinking of the same Snow Queen, right?
Terrifying eldritch deity that controls the weather?
Darn it. Yes.
Do you have some history with her?
Well, let's just say we both like the cold.
I'm not sure what to make of that.
I'd rather not go into it. I'm sorry.
I understand, but I don't know. Some of the rumors I won't repeat verbatim, but It appears that there has been everything that makes the city of coal has been increasing. I've been hearing that the sky above it is black.
Yeah, that might help us. We were going to go in by air, and maybe before we get there, we should go lower.
It might be wise to try and enter by land. From what I hear is the factories are just belching smoke into the sky, and it is so thick and it is so polluted. You could travel through it, but you'd come out dirty, coughing, and nauseous. If you could even see your way through to begin with.
We do have the greatest lead reindeer with us, but
Where?
The nauseous part. Halley, you're supposed to... This one right here, I pat her. Now go on, get.
Oh, yeah, Halley would take off then. I won't interrupt your conversations anymore.
The idea of saying to a magical reindeer, go on, get, is just so good. So, G.U.M.D.R.O.P, you are traveling by ground. Halley, you are traveling by air. Cedar, what are you doing?
The whole time that Jack has been talking to the Nutcracker, Cedar's been over by the train, sort of like trailing her fingers along it. Not necessarily looking for anything, but trying to feel any spark, anything in it.
As you run your fingers along this tree, you feel life. You feel magic. You feel the energy that is in all living things. And this magic and life is old. This tree has been around for some time. Your fingers run over in irregularity that feels too clean, too intentional. As you look, it is an engraving again. It appears to be a series of 5 rings, all interlocked into a circle.
She's going to turn around and sort of walk back over to Jack. And she's just shaking her head a little bit.
What's wrong?
I don't know, it like feels wrong.
Yeah.
To just move on to the next thing, it's not... I don't know. I remember seeing memories of the Polar Express through Gloria's orbs. Like, that's the only way I've ever seen it. And it was always full of children and excitement and laughter, and everybody looked so happy to see it. And it doesn't feel like we should leave it like this.
I agree with you, Cedar. What can we do? The reason we are moving on is to stop it from happening again. Maybe when we do that, we can get your dad to help and bring the Polar Express back.
Yeah. Another thing for him to have to do on Christmas. Everything about it is about people being together. So what if we got everyone together and righted it?
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're right. I can clear the snow from the tracks.
All right. Yeah.
The two of them get to work cleaning up the Polar Express, at least as much as they do before the others come back. Halley, you are in the air. You are looking over the forest. What are you looking for?
Looking to find these soot marks that G.U.M.D.R.O.P told us about, and then to try and follow, see where they went, see if there's a trail.
So you're able to see where G.U.M.D.R.O.P crouched down and dug free the soot that was in the snow. But as far as you can tell, looking around and even doing some deer snoot sniffing, you're not able to find additional coal. It's as if it just poofed out of existence. You feel as you land, something about the snow is cold. Not the cold you'd expect, but it's a sharper cold.
Can she dig with one of her hooves and try to clear some snow away?
Yes. As you dig with your hoof and you clear out some of the space for the snow, you find the ground underneath. You're used to seeing some level of wild plant life, living under the snow. There are many known flowers that can break free from the ice and thrive even in these harsh environments. So it's somewhat odd that underneath the snow is nothing. Any plant life that's there is dead and shriveled. Not even snackable.
That's disappointing. All in the same area. She's just going to go around and clear a few more patches just to see it wasn't just this spot. It wasn't just this spot. And as long as they're all clear, which I'm assuming they are, she's going to head back.
Before you do, roll investigation for me just real quick.
Okay. 13.
So you're able to paw around enough that you find buried under the snow and a little bit, there's some roots growed over it, so you have to kind of yank it to get it out. But there is a slick key, a kind of large key, and it seems slick with oil and a little bit of rust is holding it. It's a gross looking rough thing, but it's incredibly out of place. Something left this here.
And you say big.
It's not the cartoonish size of a key to the city. It is a large key in the sense that it's probably about 2 hand lengths long.
Does it have a loop or anything
I want you to imagine the most stereotypical cartoonish key you've ever seen in your life. The big loop, the single bar, and the 2 prongs at the end.
Halley's going to try to hook one antler through a loop to pick up the key.
You're able to do so fairly easily.
Wonderful. And then she's going to fly it back to the group to show them this gross key that she didn't want to pick up with her mouth.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P, while that is all happening, you are investigating by land. Are you re-investigating the forest proper, or are you trying to find something else?
G.U.M.D.R.O.P has gone back to the original trail he found and tried to follow its direction further into the woods to see if there's any more signs in there past, where he was digging.
So as you travel around and you look for additional tracks, you're not able to find any tracks, but you are able to pick up on something a distance away. Smashed against one of the trees with an exceeding amount of force, basically exploding it, appear to be 2 of the tin soldiers from the same pack of the ones you saw earlier. The same manufacturer, the same box.
Batch.
I felt like that was just for cookie golems like you are.
If you do enough inventory, equipment ordering, they have batch numbers. 2
of them just seem, it's like they were picked up and slammed against the tree so hard they exploded. This was an enormous amount of force.
Being also war-baked, would there be anything that I could determine from this to figure out how they were exploded?
Yes. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Sure. That's cool. I rolled a 0.
It looks like they were exploded real bad.
They got exploded, that's for sure.
They sure indeed got exploded.
How large is a toy soldier?
The toy soldiers are probably about 4 feet tall each.
Okay.
They are made from many spoons.
Spoons?
Well, that's how old tin soldiers used to be made.
Oh, I didn't know that. Are they in so many pieces that gathering together is stupid, or could I gather them up and take them back?
You could gather them together and take them back. I want you to imagine when you leave a soda can in the freezer.
Okay.
That is very much the effect.
So they've been bulged and exploded outward from within, but they're all still intact.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah, I'm going to gather them both up and carry them back.
Everyone reconvenes as Jack finishes the last of cleaning the space of the Polar Express. Halley with her key, and G.U.M.D.R.O.P with his metal corpses.
I found these.
The Nutcracker kind of gasps and runs over.
Yeah, these fellas was in the woods. I don't know, kind of pushed up against some trees. I can show you where if you're interested.
What happened to them?
As far as I can tell, they got exploded real bad. That's my expert opinion as a reconnaissance operations prototype.
He's gonna nod. Thank you for bringing them home.
Well, they're not really home yet. Just at the Polar Express, which is derailed in the woods. But I can help get them home.
I believe these two were part of the protection unit stationed on the Polar Express.
Oh, so they're from the train.
Yes. We had it as an honor guard sort of thing. No one ever expected that the Polar Express would need any real defending.
If that's the case, then they're the only ones that we found from the train.
It appears so.
I'm going to go back and look for more.
Before you run back, Halley, you have a key.
Okay. It takes them a second to maneuver them down.
When she lands there, she's gonna pronk up to Jack and then be like, I found this. It's gross.
Yeah, it's all oily.
Yeah.
Nutcracker, do you know what this...
He kind of looks at you. Chester.
Halley found this key.
It's gross.
It's disgust.
He kind of like, ugh. It sure is. I don't know this key.
I will use shape water to bring up some of the snow to try to wash the key off.
You're able to manipulate it so that it cleans it off enough that it doesn't feel slick. It's not just that the key is dirty, it has a grime vibe. Like, none of the water in the world can wash away the dirty vibe of this key.
All right. Over at the tree line, I also found another one of those carvings. This one was 5 circles.
Like all together?
Like, I mean, they were on the same tree. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Before anyone makes an Olympian joke, they're in a circle.
So, we had
Whoa, hang on. Sorry.
Go.
Is it 5 golden rings?
They're more like 5 wooden circles.
All right, fine.
But maybe, Halley.
No, it's fine.
Halley, there was a bird in a tree, too. So I think you might be onto something. We should maybe hold on to this key then. I know another place that's pretty grimy and gross and disgust. The City of Coal.
Oh, this is the key to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 10 more of these coal creatures doing crimes.
There's no way to know.
I mean, if there's 12 days of Christmas and we found 2 of them, right? I'm just doing the math here.
12 total crimes. 1 derailed train, 1 dead grandma.
And a gross, rusty, dirty key.
Yay!
Huzzah!
So, what is your plan?
I will actually, like, after our conversation finishes, look at Spruce and, like, as the Polar Express is cleared. Oh, shit.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
I'm sorry, Cedar. This train, how this place works is they use their own magic to fuel the things around it. So maybe you can try to put a little magic into the Polar Express.
I can try. I don't think that I have a and she pulls out her notebook and starts flipping through it. She's like, I don't think I have anything to do that with.
And I'll put a hand on her shoulder and I'll say, I saw your dad do amazing things that he thought he couldn't do. Just try.
Okay. Are we gonna get everybody? Are we gonna get everybody though?
Yeah, everybody. I'll like shout out. Come on.
Hang on, do we gotta stand the train back up on the rails?
Yeah.
It just seems like it's gonna take a lot of people in a long time. Maybe we'll need a training montage.
Let's all try to lift it.
I do think that I have something that can help with that.
Okay.
You guys might know the first part of this. I'll fill in the last if you want to help.
All right.
All right. So it's gonna be the first little bit of Jingle Bells, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You don't have to sing, but just feel it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she like holds her hand out to the train and she says, Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it would be if this was really small today. And she casts Reduce on the train.
As she begins to sing, you hear the sound of Christmas bells coming from nowhere and just filling the space. The whole train glows, the sort of soft warmth of an ember left in the fireplace, before the whole thing shrinks down to the size of a toy train. Very similar to the kind of train you would have going around a Christmas tree. The kind that Gloria and Nick have. But it is now significantly smaller and more maneuverable.
All right, now I think all we have to do is somebody get it like perfectly centered.
Oh yeah, okay. And G.U.M.D.R.O.P's just gonna pick it up and put it in the middle of the tracks and do his best to make sure it's in the center.
I'm going to assume that because G.U.M.D.R.O.P is an automaton that was created via math and baking, he knows how to center something. Mathematically and effectively.
I will get like down on my belly, which I'm literally
Down
flat
on your
on the ground.
gumdrops.
I'm literally, well, now first off, they're red cinnamon buttons, those little red cinnamon circles. Because he's constructed the way my Grammy made them. So anyway. But he's also literally flat. So I'm just thinking he's flat and like able to get perfect.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's centered.
All right. Okay, shake it out. Let's see if we can do it. One more time. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it would be if you got big again. Hooray!
The smell of cookies and the sound of bells and the glowing of a fire. The train makes a bit of a horrifying screeching sound as the metal hooks onto the tracks and scrapes alongside it, but it stands proudly again. On the rails, in a way our campaign has never been, there seems to be a soft glow to it that remains. The mundane nature of it lessened somehow.
G.U.M.D.R.O.P is just going to kind of quietly cast Pass Without Trace on the train. He just is like, give me a little more magical help. And just throws it also on there.
It is a stealth train.
Halley's gonna walk up to Cedar and just kind of give a little like nose nudge into like the small of her back and just be like, look what you did.
Yeah, I guess I did it. That was really cool.
It's really great.
Thank you. Chester, do you think you can get this back? I think we need to go figure out what's going on.
He loads the jingly, jangly, shredded metal of his buddies into the train and looks at her and gives a quiet little bow. My lady, I can get this train anywhere it needs to go. But it appears that you all have somewhere you need to be now. So it begins that you get Halley geared up and connected to the sleigh. Your next stop, the City of Coal.